A big smile on his face. The current Jeep ratings leader still alive in the mix. And we now shift our attention to the current world number 2, Jordy Smith, who's got a big battle up against one of his best friends on the championship tour in Josh Kerr during the Vans Triple Crown. Some movement here. Jordy Smith using priority. A little behind this section. He's going to try and drive out onto this open face. Decides not to hit the oncoming left-hander, and he gets back out there. Cool throwaways for these two competitors to kick things off. Josh Kerr having a look at one, committed. He's going to go left, tucks in, grabs that rail. Looking good for an exit here. And there he is, reappearing, standing tall, and throws the backside air reverse. Can't quite stick it.
Go out, you just be psyching to hit the water. The replay right here, Josh Kerr getting over the ledge, grabbing the rail, and doing almost a chest out stall as he looks down the line and eyes up the air section.
A 7.17 to kick things off, and back out there straight into a right-hander off the bottom. Kick stalls in there somewhere, but it looks like he's not going to emerge over the top of that foam ball. He had a second place finish to Kelly Slater, and in 2014 he made the final against Mick Fanning. Right now though, we're seeing Josh Kerr loading up with a lot of speed, heading to the inside. Not afraid to mix up his grabs. We saw that big stale fish here. And
down the line, as he got into this thing, he had a nice little coping on it, but then right there, maybe should have thrown it up, and he hit it a little bit late.
And back to live action now, and Jordy Smith in the pit there somewhere. He comes out, throws a little roundhouse to finish that ride off. So a good reply. We'll get the start of that wave for you on the replay in just a moment. But Josh Kerr was looking good with a 7.17. See just how deep he is on the replay.
There we go. As he paddles into this thing, he's going to get into it. The big fella, the Lord, Jordy Smith, a hair out in front of it. Throws in a little bit of a cut back there. I'd say he's going to go, well, if that was a 7.17 that Josh got, maybe he's going to get into around the 6.5 range, maybe a little bit lower. But then again, I've been making some bad calls on judging today.
We'll see. Like that first little section.
Oh, beautiful. Look at how gorgeous the waves are, the texture, the lip line. He's just put himself in such a sweet spot. Lord Smith throwing down some beautiful surfing, sitting in number 2 in the world, ready to do some damage off the end section too.
Making a move at the moment. Here's Smith. Just a quick one for the 29-year-old. He's going to get out of there. Jordy having a look at this one. And he's opting to make a move, just delays that takeoff. Tucks in. This thing's holding open for him. He'll push through that curtain. Not a super big barrel, but remember, he doesn't need a huge score to take the lead here. Just trying to add some points on the inside. A little backhand hit on the oncoming right-hander. Say that I would have let him have it, but it was only a 2.67, so it didn't get him out in front. But I think I know what you're saying. He's got a 7.17. He can easily get rid of that score that he's hanging on to and get further ahead and make the requirement larger for Jordy. But you want to sacrifice priority with only 4.5 minutes to go.
Well, I think it was, I mean, it worked out in his favor, obviously. Josh Kerr's favor, letting him, you know, take that little wave because it didn't get him the required score. And it wasn't much of a tube, and it really wasn't much of a turn at the end there. So, as you can see right here on the replay, he holds the line well. The wave didn't do much for him, though, huh? It just didn't have a gutter on it. Tide's filling in, and he wasn't able to really disappear behind the curtain there. And then he had to really create a lot of momentum to get something going. It's almost, if he would have just taken off and really wound up and gone to the air, he would have found himself with a higher score.
So using his priority now, he's waited a while for this ride. Let's see what he can do. He takes off. Looks to set up the inside, doesn't see the barrel, so goes to the floater. That's all he's going to get out of it. That'll push the requirement up just a little bit for Jordy Smith. Something standing up here. Smith, he's going to have a go at it. Ducks under the lip, deep in the barrel. This wave is starting the chandelier. He's going to get caught inside.
Oh!
Just over 2 minutes to go. Kersey
doesn't capitalize. Oh, look, Jordy's all by himself, though.
Something popping up. Jordy having a look at it. He's heading left. The left have been holding open, but he's going to go to moves and try and get it done. Beautiful big hit to get started. Again, drifting the tail on the second turn. This wave's starting to shut down.
I like it.
Will he get the payoff? Remember, he doesn't need a lot. He's chasing a 4.51.
You've seen this kind of change. The platforms changed. The landscape, so it blasted straight up into the lip. Didn't give it all he had there, though. And a little bit of a tail drift there, so I'd say not 100% committed surfing, but solid surfing, and that's what he needed. I mean, he hits the lip one time clean, 2 times, a little bit of a tail slip there. You know, it's actually questionable going back and looking at it.
Kersey's got an opportunity here to wrap it up with a good barrel ride. Now he drops into this one. It's a straight closeout. So still waiting for the scores. Jordy Smith, his world title hopes could be hanging in the balance here. The onside announcer counting it down, and the score has dropped for Jordy, and it's not enough, a 4.1. And he is knocked out of the event, and he'll be leaving Portugal with a 13th, and that is going to be his 3rd for the season, which improves John Florence's chances of wrapping up a second world title here at the Rip Curl Pro Portugal.
Did not see Jordy losing out of the event in round 3 here in Portugal after his you know, displays on the last couple of events and what he's done. It's just so hard to watch.